Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am here with my future sister-in-law, Monica.
Hello.
I will link her video channel down below. She does makeup, lifestyle, vlogs, fashion, just everything. So definitely give her a follow, watch her videos. So today we are doing a mukbang or mukbang. We don't know how to pronounce it, so it's one of those. We got some Domino's pizza with some wings and garlic bread.
Yes.
So we're doing this video. Basically, it's been highly requested that I do a video about how I get tickets to things like concerts, award shows, TV shows, talk shows. It's something that I apparently have luck in, and I don't know how it happens, but it just does.
It's crazy.
So I just wanted to make a video talking about it, and then at the end of this video, I actually have a screen recorded video of the website that I use that'll show you step by step how to request tickets for anything. So make sure you stay till the end and watch that, and let's eat.
Yes.
Okay, so if you know me, you know that I've been going to award shows, concerts, TV shows for quite a few years now. I was talking with Monica about this earlier. I was trying to remember the first ever event that I went to, and I can't remember. I want to say it might have been, I think it was the Ellen show.
That was the first thing?
I don't know if it was Ellen or Jimmy Kimmel.
Where you won the free tickets?
Well, my mom got the Ellen show ones when we went for the first time. So it might have been Jimmy Kimmel that I used for the first time, but I did 2 internships at radio stations, so one of the things I learned being at a radio station is how to win concert tickets a lot. So I kind of used that to my advantage. So pro tip, if you're trying to win tickets and you know what time they're gonna give them away, start calling like a minute and a half before that time, because usually you'll get through the phone lines around then. That's kind of how I do it.
And it works because I had bought a single ticket to go to the Harry Styles concert because I love him. And she called me the morning of the concert and she was like, hey, guess what? And I was like, what? What's up? It was like 8 in the morning. So I was like, why is she calling me so early? She like butt dialed me. But she was like,
she hung up on me the first time. Yeah. She thought it was a butt dial.
I didn't think she didn't call me at 8 in the morning ever. So I was like, what the heck? But she was like, so you're not going to the concert alone now? And I was like, oh my God, you just freaking won tickets. And I had nosebleed seats and we got so close. And that was like my experience with her winning something.
But yeah, I think the first tickets I got was the Jimmy Kimmel show. And this is actually, I put this on my Instagram story the other day, that quiz that I did. And one of the things that I mentioned on there was like 2 truths and a lie. Which one was the lie? And one of the things I put on there was that Jimmy Kimmel put me on the spot at his show in front of his entire audience, and people didn't think that it was true, but it was. I was there with my mom and my grandma, and during one of the commercial breaks, he was trying to talk and interact with someone in the audience. And my grandma, we were sitting like first or second row. My grandma stands up because she wants to be the one that he talks to. And he noticed her, so he came to talk to her. And my grandma kind of starts going off and telling Jimmy Kimmel her entire life story. And talking about like when she gave birth to my mom. And so it got on the topic of my grandma had my mom when she was like 17, and then my mom had me when she was 17, turning 18, I think. And so Jimmy Kimmel looks at me and he's like, how old are you? And I think I was like 21, 22 at the time. And so he looks at me, he's like, well, you're a little behind, aren't you? And he has me stand up next to him and face the audience. And he was like, so who in this audience wants to make a child with her? And it was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, but I'll never forget it because I got a free t-shirt from it too. Like,
who just gets to do that?
But
who just does that with Jimmy Kimmel? Like,
it was,
who can say that that's happened to them?
It was ridiculous.
One can, because he can do everything. And then another experience I've had with her was we both won tickets, 2 tickets each, via Twitter to go to the People's Choice Awards. And that was like, what, like 2015 or 2016?
One of those, yeah.
And we were seat fillers. And she got to sit next to the one and only
Ellen DeGeneres.
Yes. And I was sitting like maybe like 6 or 7 seats from her. We were like right in the front row, and she went and sat right next to Ellen, and I sat not next to Ellen. I sat next to someone, some person.
Weren't you sitting there like Viola Davis?
I think I was sitting next to her. I was in her seat, I think.
Okay.
I think I was in Viola Davis's seat, and I was sitting next to like her mom, sister, or like somebody, because she had just won an award.
Yeah.
So she wasn't there. So I had that was like my first time I've ever experienced anything like that, ever done anything like that. I didn't even know really what to do, but Lonnie had won the tickets, and then she was telling me to go on Twitter. I just had to like tweet a bunch of times to this certain page, and we won the tickets, and we all went. It was me, her, their mom, and one of my best friends, and that was a cool experience, something that I'll never forget, because we got to walk the red carpet, the same red carpet that all the celebrities like walked on. We met a whole bunch of celebrities that day. Like I met Ellen. Who else maybe, like Jesse McCartney.
You got to meet Camila
Cabello. She was the only one that came up to me. I love her. We met a whole bunch of people, and it was just cool to see and be in that whole, like, I don't know, just the whole experience, what all the celebrities experience all the time. And it was because of her that I got to experience that, because I would have never known how to do that, or even that you could do that on Twitter. I don't know how easy it is now, because I feel like Twitter is like so big now than it was 3-4 years ago. But I've won tickets on there, and that's because of her. And we weren't even supposed to go on the red carpet. We got those tickets while we were in line to go in.
Yeah.
I don't know what we had to do or what, but I remember they were passing out wristbands. They were just walking around to everyone in the line and just pretty much handing out wristbands.
Picking random people.
And we all 4 got them. And it was so cool. And like at the end, like all the confetti like fell on us. And it was so cool. We saw Iggy Azalea perform, which was random. But
Oh yeah.
she was there. Saw her pretty close, but that was really, really cool. That's just one of the hundreds of things she's done though.
As a seat filler, you're waiting in line until someone tells you where you need to go sit.
Yeah, tell them what a seat filler
And
is.
so,
They're probably like, what is that?
a seat filler is what award shows use to fill the empty seats, so that when you're watching it on TV, it doesn't look like there's
Empty seats.
because they don't want it to look that way. So if a celebrity is up performing, if someone is up presenting an award, accepting an award, they'll have a seat filler sit in that seat until they come back. So depending on what happens, you can end up in that seat for the entire show if that person never comes back. So it can be a good or bad thing. I was a seat filler once for the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Vegas, and that time me and my friend got sat like second row from the stage in the front, but maybe like 30 minutes before the show time actually started, the people who had the seats showed up, so we got moved all the way up until like the nosebleeds, and so we couldn't really see the seats, so that time it kind of sucked. But I mean, it was a free concert, so it wasn't that bad.
This time was worth it because she got to sit next to Ellen, and she talked to Ellen too.
Yeah, I got to talk to her because the person that was telling me where to sit,
They tell you to not talk to them.
They tell you not to talk to them. They tell you that
So I was gonna say.
you can't approach them, you can't talk to them, you can't ask for pictures, autographs, or anything.
And how are you not gonna talk to Ellen?
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, so if they initiate a conversation with you, that's when you can talk to them. You just can't start a conversation with them. So I was on my way going to sit at the seat, and one of her security guards like stopped me, telling me like, where are you going? You can't sit there. And Ellen actually told her security guard guy like, no, she's a seat filler, she has to sit there. And I was like, oh my god, she knows who I am.
She seen me.
And so like I sat down and she asked me how I was doing, how my day was, and it was like the best day of my life. I couldn't believe that Ellen actually talked to me and asked me how I was. So
You should insert the photo.
it was so worth it. I know, I have a picture that someone took for me
Like a screenshot.
when it was on TV, because there was a part on TV where you can actually see me sitting next to Ellen.
It was like a perfect photo, like a
Perfect
perfect
picture.
angle, perfect everything. It was just like them two. It was crazy.
One Iota is the one that I use for most of my ticket requests. They do seating for talk shows like Jimmy Kimmel, James Corden. They do a lot of daytime talk shows in New York also, so it's not just stuff in LA. They do New York as well. The Today Show, they do summer concert series in New York, so that's a pretty cool one. They do a lot of movie premieres. through One Iota, where you can go to like the red carpet or just the Hollywood premiere and watch the premiere with like all the stars of the movie.
And what I don't think a lot of people realize either, just a side note to this, is that all these events, movie awards, the talk shows, all this stuff, all of those tickets are free. You just have to get them, like win them and request them and stuff, which is really hard because a lot of people are doing it, but they are free. And I think a lot of people think you have to pay for them, but it's just a luck thing.
It's completely free.
It's
based on luck, because when you submit a ticket request, usually depending on the show, you'll be immediately put on a wait list. And then it's just a waiting game. You have to wait and see if you get an email letting you know that your tickets became available, and then you have to confirm them. Once you confirm them, then you're set. Like, Monica got tickets today for a show that she didn't think that she was gonna get.
No, I got tickets to go to The Voice blind auditions, and it's through the website she's talking about, and I only know about it because of her. And I actually did it, and it's now hopefully I can go. I don't know, but see, it's just like that. Like, they let you request, like, I got 3 tickets, and they put how many you can request for, so I just always put the largest amount. And it, you know, it's a game of chance. You might not get them, you might not. I requested them like maybe like 2 weeks ago, maybe not even 2 weeks ago, maybe like a week ago, and I already got an email saying that I got them. And it's just luck. It's just luck.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks too about it is that sometimes, depending on the event, because they're so like high in demand, they'll let you know like last minute, like the day before the event, if you got in or not. So like, for example,
like last minute,
I think the only super last minute one I got was actually, I made a request for an episode of Jimmy Kimmel where Channing Tatum was on the show.
Oh and my gosh, you met Channing Tatum.
I was on the wait list. And so One Iota was tweeting saying things like, oh, like, who wants to come to the show? We have last minute tickets. And it was for the next day. And so I was tweeting them, telling them that if I got picked, I was gonna be driving from Phoenix to LA to watch Jimmy Kimmel and drive back to Phoenix the same day. And so they responded to me and they were like, you're really gonna make that drive? And I was like, yeah, if you give me the tickets. And they gave me the tickets. So I called my friend Bree and I asked her, I was like, do you wanna make a last minute trip to LA? Like, literally a turnaround trip, drive there, watch the show and drive back. And she was down, so we went and we saw the show. Channing Tatum was on the show, and so afterwards we were waiting outside and Channing Tatum ended up actually coming out and saying hi to a bunch of fans that were waiting outside. So it was so worth it. When we were driving back to Phoenix from LA that night too, I think we stopped at a gas station to like take a nap because we were so tired. I think that's the only time I've ever really gotten like super last minute tickets. I have a request in right now for the MTV Movie and TV Awards, which is this upcoming weekend, Saturday. If I get those tickets last minute, I'm probably gonna make the trip.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be a turnaround trip though, because I'm pretty sure this one's filmed at night and not in the morning like Jimmy Kimmel was. So I'll probably make it into like a weekend trip. But I think it'd be worth it. Another show that I've been to a few times, I think like 6 times.
It's more
6
than
or
a few.
7. 6 or 7.
More, that's a couple few right there.
Is the Ellen Show. My mom is like the biggest Ellen fan in the world, and she had been requesting tickets for like years straight, trying to get tickets, and we finally got tickets one year. And so the first time we went, it was me, my mom, and my grandma, and we were sitting front row for the Ellen Show, and the guest on the show, Bruno Mars, was on it at the time. And that was a lot of fun. And then after that, we started going like every year for maybe like 3 years after that.
Just casually.
We were getting tickets.
Just no big deal.
But since then, like, we haven't really gotten any. But there was one time where I went with, it was me, my mom, my dad, and my brother Justin. We went for, it was like around Thanksgiving time because the episode we filmed was the Black Friday episode. And God, I don't even remember who was on it. I think,
Was it Al
Tom
Gore?
Hanks? Oh no, it might have been the Al Gore one. I think Tom Hanks was on the 12 Days tickets. Because when we were there for Black Friday, when Ellen closed the show, she thanked us for being there instead of going out shopping. And she surprised the entire audience with 12 Days of Giveaways tickets. So we got tickets to go back again the next month for one of her Christmas shows.
If you know, that is like the time to go. Like,
The hot ticket.
that is like, if you watch Ellen, you know the 12 days of giveaways, like, forget it. Every one of those days is like, you get so much stuff. And there was 4 of them.
Yeah, and so we ended up going back again the next month for her 12 Days shows. And
Me and Josh actually like benefited from that because their parents, they won flight tickets. They all got flight tickets to go for, I forgot what airline it was.
it was Virgin America.
Yeah, and we went to New York because their parents got, because of both of them, they got a set for 2 people. They only needed 1 because, I mean, it's just the 2 of them. So they gave us their tickets and we went to New York because of it. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, since it was 4 of us there, we each got
Repair.
a prize, a pair of every single thing she gave. So we
much.
got like a pair of sunglasses that were worth like $300. We got a
Where are
Tom's
those at?
gift card. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I broke them.
You didn't pay for 'em.
Sunglasses. We got like a $300 gift card to Tom's. A $300 gift card to Home Depot. It was either Home Depot or Lowe's. I know it was one of them.
That's a lot of money for Home Depot.
I know. We got round trip airfare for 2 on Virgin America Airlines. So in total we got 8 airfare tickets, and then trips. It was, God, I think it was 5 nights, 6 days.
It's Mexico, right?
5 nights, 6 days trip to Puerto Vallarta, or it was our choice between either a resort in Puerto Vallarta or Cancun. So what we did with the prizes is basically we used the resort passes, and me, my brother, my parents, and then a couple of my parents' friends, we all went to Puerto Vallarta. And the resort that we actually booked at, which was through the Ellen show, was full. So we ended up getting placed at a resort that was next door. That was more like a timeshare business. So it wasn't an actual, like, it was a resort, but like timeshare, so people owned it. And it was probably one of the best vacations I've ever had.
They got to go to the hidden, what was it, a hidden beach? They had to swim there. I could never do that.
Yeah. I was honestly shocked that I did it because like we had to swim the length of a football field to get actually into the hidden beach, and it was like underneath a cave too.
In the ocean.
And we're like out in the like deep ocean.
Could have got eaten by a shark.
Exactly. I have a fear of sharks and just like open water, and it's crazy because the water was so clear, like you could look below you and see everything.
They did it
so
though.
creepy, but it was fun. It was one of the best experiences. I mean, I get to say that I lived it and experienced it, so I would probably do it again. It was fun. I faced my fears and swim in the open ocean.
Not me. That's like on my anti-bucket list. If there's an anti-bucket list, you won't catch me swimming in no ocean. Ever. Ever. I've seen Jaws way too many times.
It was fun.
What about that? The only thing that she has not won tickets for, surprisingly,
Disney tickets.
Disney.
Oh my god.
Why is that so hard?
It's the most impossible tickets to try and win. I have entered every contest you could possibly think of. The radio stations here tend to give them away a lot. And they're usually like call in to win contests. And every time I've tried, there's times where I've gotten in on the phone lines, but I didn't win the tickets because I guessed the wrong number.
See, she gets
So
through
dumb.
though. She gets through because I think the one you're talking about, you have to guess 1 through 5.
Yeah.
So they only pick
One digit.
They
to
can
Disney.
pick up to 5 people for this radio game, and she was one of them. And I'm sure there's hundreds and hundreds of people calling in. I know me and Josh have tried calling in. We don't get through. We've never gotten through.
It's so
Ever.
hard.
Ever.
When it's Disney concert tickets or Disney tickets, I feel like everyone and their mothers are trying for it. But when it comes to concert tickets, I don't think as many people are trying. So I think that makes it a little bit easier. But if I could win anything, it would be Disney tickets. That's the one thing I need to win.
One day
it'll happen. Or even just luck with the lottery.
Oh, I know.
Luck with the lottery would be nice too.
It'll be alright. It'd be alright. It's not a big deal. $3 million.
Right.
Who needs it?
Mm-mm.
I need it. Me. This one right here.
Okay, so that's basically all the things that I use or have done. Talk shows, award shows, concerts.
And you just met people through those experiences.
I've met a lot of people through those experiences. I did 2 radio internships, so I definitely met a lot of people through that as well. And then lately I've discovered the world of Comic-Cons, and I've been going to those for a while now, so that's how I meet a lot of people too, as you can see from the photo ops that I have.
Just met Jeff Goldblum.
I just met Jeff Goldblum. I have a video on that. Check it out on my channel. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and end this here. I'm gonna cut to the video of the One Iota website, and I'll show you guys step by step what the website looks like. How do you put in a request for a ticket? How you can delete a request for a ticket? What your profile looks like? That kind of stuff. So
it's really easy.
Yes, it is. But before I go, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I will be sure to link Monica's video down below so you can give her a like and subscribe as well.
Thank you much. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
On the Lonnie Show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So hope you guys enjoyed this video, this mukbang, whatever it's called, mukbang.
Us eating food.
Us eating food. And
I was really just like stuffing my face for the last 20 minutes. So that's what this video is.
Because she's pregnant, guys. That's why. So I will cut to the video of One Iota, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, guys. So this is the One Iota website. This is the website that I use to get free tickets. So this is their homepage. Featured events, TV shows and events, movie screenings. Their late night shows, daytime shows, live music, upcoming appearances. You can search by celebrity if you want to see a specific person. So let me show you what this website looks like. So I'm just gonna pick a random event to try and request tickets to see if it will let me. Let's do the James Corden show. So here it shows that there's tickets available for the late late show, show B. So I'm gonna request tickets. It turns out it's actually sold out, so I am gonna try something else. Let's try this Annabelle movie screening. So all you have to do is click submit now. It'll ask you for how many free tickets you want. Depending on the event, it really depends on how many. I think the most they'll give is 4. And then you just have to fill in whatever they ask you to fill in. So I'm just going to put in just something random. And then complete ticket request. And it'll show up on your profile. As you can see my movie and TV award request on here. So immediately you get put on the wait list. And you just have to wait for that email that says that your tickets are available. And then you just complete them. So since I'm not really going to go to this, I'm going to delete the request. It's very easy to delete them. That's it. So this is your profile. It'll show you the requests you have. It even keeps track of your attendance history. So you can see all the events that you tried to sign up for, all the events that you attended, and all the events that you signed up for but there were tickets not available. It even tracks if you get tickets and you don't show up. If you don't show up to an event, it is bad against your attendance, and it'll actually bring your score, your fan score down, and it kind of ruins your chance in getting tickets. So yeah, this is the One Iota website. If you guys have any other questions, let me know.